So before I start this video, I did want to say that I know I have some videos in the pipeline that I promised to get done, and I've just been so busy that I haven't been able to get caught up on stuff. There's a whole backlog of things that I need to do, like reviewing some board games, reviewing some tabletop role-playing games, interviews, things like that. So I apologize I've been behind, but I wanted to make this video today because there is a Kickstarter that is coming out 2 weeks from today that I think you all should check out, and that is from Roll Crit. They are creating a Kickstarter called Heroes for Hire that is based on the board game that they've created called Heroes of Barcadia. Now, if you're not familiar with Roll Crit is a company that makes a lot of geeky and fun merchandise and collectible items. You might know them from Gen Con if you ever go there because they create the official merchandise for that convention, but they're also really well known for the game that they have created called Heroes of Barcadia. And Roll Crit did send me a copy of their game to check out. I have been wanting to try this out. The thing is, I don't drink, and it is kind of a drinking game. You don't have to drink with alcohol, but it is kind of centered around that culture and trying to find a game, drinking game to play with other people can be a little bit challenging. So I didn't have a chance to actually play this game yet in order to get this video out to help support their Kickstarter they have coming out. That's kind of an expansion pack for this. But I thought what we could do is do an unboxing video. So that way you can kind of see what's in here. If you've never heard of this game or if you've never seen what's in it, I thought we could do this at least to get you, a little bit interested in what this game is all about and maybe check out their Kickstarter that's coming out here pretty soon. So let's do this. All right, so let's unbox Heroes of Arcadia. So first of all, I love how you can see inside these little windows here, the glasses that comes in it. And you can see it's a party game of dungeon exploration and drink consumption. So the nice thing is they said that you do not have to be drinking alcohol to use this game. But I think when we start going through this, you'll probably see that if you have little kids playing, you probably might have to explain to them what some of these drinking terms mean. So, but you could definitely use, from what I understand, any sort of liquid. It doesn't have to be alcohol. So if you don't drink, you can still play by using any drink or any liquid that you're interested in or that you want to drink. But it is something that you do need to have something in here in these glasses to play. So first of all, we see that here are some glasses here. These are plastic. But then here are some D20s and some tokens. So let's go ahead and check these out. So I'm going to take this cover up and let's look at these cards. So from what I understand, these are different action cards that you get to play as you're playing the game here. So let's go ahead and open these up real quick and take a look at these. If I can get these unopened here. Hold on here. I just don't want to bend the cards. So I'm always trying to be careful when I'm opening things. So, all right, here we go. All right, and put the plastic out over there. And then, sorry, we got all these dash cards. Again, I haven't played the game yet here, so I don't know what all the instructions are here. Ooh, this is interesting. So here are some empty ones that you can write your own in here. And this is one thing that I have read about with this game is that the cards, if you look at these material and kind of hear and feel it, which obviously you can't feel on video, but from what I understand, these are actually waterproof. So if you get like liquid on it, it's not going to ruin the card. So that way you don't have to worry about spilling anything, especially if you're, enjoying the game a little too much, or if you want to just play like, in a hot tub or something like that. Like these are really good to have in here. But yeah, so these are all the different kinds of power-up cards that you can use, the different loots. I love the graphics on here and the coloring scheme on it. It's very, well, there you go. But yeah, I really enjoy the graphic design on this because it's very, simple. It's something that I think is, kind of just fun to look at. And it's just really nasty. See, yeah. So this is just really, really fun graphics and really fun cards that you can look through here. And then this looks like there are some more cards here that are looped. That this says swipe power up. So let me go ahead and open these up, and you can check these out. I gotta say, just opening these cards up, just seems like it's going to be a really fun game to play. Because the design of all this, like not just the graphic design, but the material, the cards, the way this is set up, all this stuff is definitely seemed like Roller Crit went through and tested this out and kind of made sure that this is something that people can play in a lot of different venues. So it could be something that you can play at home. You can go and play at a tavern and bar, which I've heard a lot of people have done that before as well too. But this is really cool, and I love the quality of this and the fact that they thought through some of these things to kind of plan as part of the design of the game. So that way you can just really relax and have fun and not worry about if something that you're doing is going to ruin the game that you just bought. So this is really cool. I love this. So I love how they thought about that with the cards. Here are some bottle caps. And again, I don't know how the game is played because I haven't had a chance to play test it yet or run through it or anything like that because I haven't had time for it, but I wanted to get this video out for the Kickstarter. But yeah, looks like a lot of fun here. There's a little drinking mug on each of these caps. I'm assuming these are tokens that you can probably use something during the game as well too. But again, plastic, so something you don't have to worry about. If you get liquid or something else on here, really easy to clean up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those back in here. Oh, hold on. Now I got the little bottle cap in here. All right, put that, and then I'm going to assume that these are probably the same thing as well too. Yeah, so it looks like these are also the bottle caps are the same design. And then we have these little hex grids, and this is actually, I know this about the game is that what you do is you kind of build out a little dungeon crawl in a sense. So if you're not familiar with dungeon crawls or haven't played like Dungeons and Dragons or anything like that, but basically it's an exploration game where you have these cards laid out with all these different spaces, and as you are venturing on to different space, you flip it over, and it gives you something to do or look at or what's going to happen. So right here, this called Drink Horde, level 15, damage 10, Grand Drink Guardian. You must collect 3 power-ups to battle the Grand Drink Guardian. So again, I don't know the rules on this, but the level 15 and the damage 10, I know is probably going to relate to the level on the cups when you're drinking from this, and so you'll probably have to lower it down by 10 whenever you are playing against these different enemies that you're exploring as well too. So we got the Hang Ogre here as well too. But yeah, just a lot of different fun kind of graphics and illustrations here with the art. Fire breathing flagon. So a lot of puns. So that's what I've heard about this game is that they have a lot of puns on here, which we're going to see, especially with the cups here as well too. But the people who created this have just had a lot of fun of like just being silly, goofy. Obviously, took this seriously to make it a fun game, but didn't take it seriously enough to where they couldn't have fun with it either. So this is really good. Doppelganger, so kind of like doppelganger, but playing with the words of alcoholic beverages here. Half pints, halflings, for anyone who's a fan of D&D or Lord of the Rings. White Russian, so again, this is a alcoholic drink, so if you're going to be playing this with children or with family, you probably have to kind of maybe explain or avoid explaining what that means exactly. Brobold, so play on kobolds. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. Micro brewed brunicorn. So yeah, this is really great. And again, these are the same kind of materials. Sorry, this is slipping out of here. Same kind of materials as the cards I was showing earlier. So that way you don't have to worry about these cards getting ruined. You would just, basically have to wipe them down once you're done. But I absolutely love how they thought about that design there and makes it relaxing for you to be able to play the game. And then here are the series of D20s. Again, with the game, there are moments where when you land on a tile that you're probably going to have to roll a D20 and see what the result is, and that's kind of determines your action, much like a lot of, tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons & Dragons. But it has a lot of fun little designs here. So this is probably the Nat 1, and then the Nat 20 is right there. So the Nat 1 is like a little, skull face looking there. And yeah, it looks like they're all the same, but different colors here. So, and I would assume that this is probably associated with the different cups that we have here. So the yellow one's going to go with Merlot here, and so on. So, so it comes with the D20s, and you have that ready to go. And then now let's take a look at the cups here. So we'll go ahead and start from the right and kind of work our way to the left. All right, so the first cup that we have is, if you can see this, Intoxica, the Necromixer. So obviously play on a pun on necromancy, and Intoxica is a fun little name for the character there. Then the next one, as I pull out of the wrapping here, let's see, is Flaskian, the Concealed. Ooh, nice. Look at that. It has like a little, I don't know if it's supposed to be a tiefling or just a devil or something like that, but it's definitely a fun one to look at and play with. All right, and then we get to the middle cups here. Let's check this out. Pull this up. Kegger the Barbarian. So you probably can't see that because of the black kind of mixing in with the black here as well too. But Kegger the Barbarian. I love Barbarians, so this is probably the one that I'm going to be playing with a lot, actually. So love that. And then let's see what the next one is. This one looks like a fighter or paladin of some sort. I see here. She drank a lot. The inebriated. So Sir drank a lot. I'm sorry. Sir drank a lot. The inebriated. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of fun. And then this is what I didn't talk about earlier before, but here is the little lines that you fill up to as you're playing the game. And so when you take 10 damage, you drink it down to this little bar here. Then once you get to the bottom, you have the opportunity to refill and keep playing. So it's not one of those things where, like, if you go all the way to the bottom, you're out of the game. From what I understand, you can keep playing and enjoying it. And then at the bottom of the glass, if you can see there, is the logo, Heroes of Barcadia. So that is a lot of fun. I like this. And I know that there are glass versions. So these are all, again, made out of plastic. So it's supposed to be, safe to play and all that. But I have heard people say that they love or wish to have the glass version of it to kind of make it feel like a little bit more of a drinking game in a sense. And I know the Kickstarter has an option where you could get a glass version as kind of like a power up or like a deluxe version of the glasses I can get here for Heroes for Hire. So the next one is Merlot the Sorcerer. Love that. Ooh, and it has like a little, I don't know if it's supposed to be a pseudo dragon or what, but that's a really cute design. I know kids will definitely love the look on this. So it's kid friendly in the sense that you could play this with kids if you're comfortable with explaining what some of these, drinking terms are. But I can tell that, kids are going to love these designs because they're kind of used to this artwork. But it's a lot of fun for anyone of any age here. And then Absenthia of Wormwood. So looks like she is a bit of a ranger here with a pet bat or owl. I can't quite make that out. Ooh, I don't know. I'm going to have to ask him about that. But yeah, so that is all that comes in this game. And the packaging here is really brilliant and easy to put back together here. I think the only complication for me is the coins, but like with these glasses here, they make it snug, so you want to push it down, but so when you start putting it in there, it feels like it's not big enough, but really they just make it so that way it kind of keeps it tight. So that's actually a really cool packaging idea here. So we got the battle caps here. I'm not going to worry about that for right now, just for time's sake, but putting the cards back in here. Let's see. Yeah, pretty easy. Yeah, and we always love when a box is designed to make it easy for you to put the game right back together. So, yeah, and I almost forgot to put the case back on here. Yeah, and that is the unboxing of Heroes of Barcadia. Nice. I really love this. I can't wait to try this out. This looks like a lot of fun. So that is everything in the game of Heroes of Barcadia. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing video. And if you like this, maybe check out their Kickstarter and see if you might want to get what's coming out. And I think there is an option for you to buy the original game as part of the Kickstarter as well too. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember for sure if they have that or not, but definitely check it out if you're interested. And thanks for watching this video.